keep on pushing for her dreams, and don't ever let it go. Hey guys, so, okay, so, first off, there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but, well, it's like different articles within articles, not articles, but different things that I actually screenshotted on my phone. Some more interesting and some more funny than others. And then, so this, okay, so, I don't know how to put this. So pretty much, there's this site that you can ask questions on and stuff to see if, basically to see if you were in the wrong. I don't want to specify the whole thing because there are some, I'm not positive, I think I posted some private stuff on my account, to be honest. Some stuff that I don't want you guys knowing about, so that's why I'm not going to give the full disclosure of what it actually is. So pretty much this individual asked if they were basically in the wrong for asking their son to share candy with their sibling, even though he bought it with his own money. So here's the thing. So I actually really wanted to comment on that post, but unfortunately it got removed and the account is no longer there either, and I wanted to reach out to this particular individual directly, but I can't because there's no account, so I can't reach out to them when there's no account. And I actually wanted to have a say on that because here's the thing. So they mentioned how basically if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. Sorry, I'm just gonna put it at that. So for those that know, they know. For those that don't, don't. So pretty much they said, my husband has a son from a previous relationship, and then they have an 8-year-old daughter together and a baby who is 7 months old. And so basically this mom's stepson does work, and he did buy snacks and other things with his own money, right, because of his job. But also I want to kind of like, I don't want to say I want to shed some light, but I can understand it from both sides, where like I do agree with her stepson. Sorry, what are you doing? My cat loves to get in trouble. Anyways, so basically here's the thing. So I do understand that his stepsister is only 8, and he was like, here's the thing, I understand it from both sides because I understand the stepson's point of view, because to be honest, I've done that with my mom before. Like if I buy something with my own money, especially when it comes to junk food, because I can actually save her junk food. Like for example, let's say I buy my own little pint of ice cream, she'll ask, can I please have some? Thankfully she actually asked me first before she even gets into it. I'm like, and I'll either say yes or no, and it's like, if there's not a lot left, I'll be like, no, sorry, I bought it with my own money. So like, even if it's like, for example, like if there's protein bars that she buys with her own money, then I ask first before I take it, because I don't like taking things that someone else bought with their own money. Like I don't like doing that. I don't like taking things, and so like sometimes you have to be accepting of the word no. Like if someone says no, just be okay with it. Be like, fine, don't get upset, don't pout, don't argue, just be fine with it. Like I understand that's really hard for 8-year-olds that like candy and stuff. That's hard for anyone that has like a sweet tooth and stuff. So like, but to be honest, it should be the son's choice if he wants to share that or not with other people, because he did buy it with his own money. But here's the thing. So so basically, I don't know if it's stepmom, but that's what it seems like in this situation. So if it is stepson and stepmom, well, I don't know about stepmom. Sorry if that's the wrong wording. I truly apologize if that is the wrong wording, because I just want to like give my input on the situation, where they mentioned how, or like basically his stepmom or stepmom, like I said, I apologize for the wording on this because I don't know if it's actually his stepmom or not, but pretty much how she put it, she was like, because I have the article right here. So pretty much, basically, because the kid was told no, she got upset and started crying because she was told no. And then, so the stepson and the sister got into a little argument. Like, I get she's only 8, but still, like, no is no. No still means no, no matter what age you are. Like, even if you're 5 years old, if your parent tells you no, it means no. That's literally what it means. It's just, no means no. And then on here, so, she basically told him, she said this, I told him that we buy most of our groceries with his dad's and my money, so he could use the same logic. He continued arguing until I threatened to ground him, and he finally gave in. He was upset afterwards. So here's the thing. First off, that doesn't call for a grounding. Secondly, in my opinion, that does not call for a grounding. Secondly, he is 17 years old. So I understand spending it on snacks and candy on occasion along with clothes. But also, once he turns 18, he will be legally considered an adult. So, but to be honest, and I know this sounds mean. I apologize if this sounds mean. But I honestly, as a parent myself, I would have turned the tables on him, being like, hey, look, that's really how you feel, then maybe next time you can buy your own groceries. You have a job, right? So why can't you pay for your own groceries? And so it's like, logic, come on, that's logical. Like, I don't care if he gets upset by that, but like, hey, it's logical. You say you bought the candy with your own money, right? Then you can also easily buy your own groceries with your own money, right? So that's my logic, in my opinion. I understand if I get disagreements, I don't care about that, but I really wanted to give my input on this post because the thing is, since he will be 18 soon, of course I don't know their situation, I don't know their whole family dynamic, of course, and to be honest, I don't really care about it, but here's the thing too, is like, as whether you're 18 or not, but as an adult, when you're that age, you need to start thinking about wanting to be able to live on your own one day, or if not younger for some. Some do think about that at young ages, while others not so much. So it's like, you have to learn to be even more responsible with your finances if you ever want to move out of where you're currently living. Like, for example, if you don't want to live with your parents for a long time, trust me, if I could change my past, I would. So there's a reason why I'm still living with my mom, to be honest. But I am trying to get into a situation to help myself, and I'm actually finding some advice and help that I actually need to follow through on, which I actually struggle with a lot. I struggle with following through with advice that other people give me, and that's what I'm trying to learn how to do on my own, because I've been given advice, and I've been giving good advice, I just haven't gotten to it quite yet, especially due to the whole real estate thing that I'm getting super close to taking the exams in person. So there's that. And so I just really wanted to touch on that because, like I said, he is 17 years old. So I totally, like, if that was my child, yes, I don't care if they got peeved off at me. I was trying to find the right word for that. And trying to make it, I was trying to keep it clean at least. Because to be honest, you can't tell by the expression on my face. I was thinking of a different word. Anyways, I don't care how peeved off he'd get at me, but it's true. Like, come on, you're 17 years old, you have your own job. Like, I understand if you're already, like, paying for your own bills, there could be a little bit of a fine line there. Like, if you're paying for your own phone bill, if you're paying for, like, other bills, like medical bills or any other kind of expenses, like gas is obviously expensive depending on where you live, so there's always gas, car insurance. Like, for example, for the teenagers, for the 16-year-olds or 18-year-olds and older, if they're paying for their own gas, car insurance, and they're like, what's it called, say they're paying for their own phone bill too, I understand that. Like, if you're paying for your own stuff, then there could be a little bit of leeway. There could be a little bit of a leeway in terms of groceries, where, like, for example, if you're 18 paying for your own stuff, maybe the parents can help you out from time to time with your, like, with groceries and stuff. Like, hey, look, can you please go buy this from me and stuff. And so, like, that, I feel like that's reasonable because they're already paying for a bunch of their own bills. Whereas, for example, if your parents are paying for your bills, let's say your parent or whoever your legal guardian is, let's say they're paying for your phone bill, your car insurance, they're paying for everything related to your car. So if they're paying everything related to your own car, because I know, again, depending on where you live, of course, car insurance can be really, really expensive. So if they're paying for that stuff for you and you have a part-time job, whether part-time or full-time, being basically being a high schooler still, but almost 18, within the ages of like 15 and 18. I just put it that way, within the ages of 15 and 18. If you have your parents paying all your bills, then you could easily, if you wanted to, you could easily save up enough money to pay for your own groceries. Like, and I get it, we all struggle financially from time to time, and I'm still, it sucks because it's like, it's hard to be financially conscious, and it's hard to manage your finances well. At times it can be very tricky to manage your own finances well. So I'm trying my best to do the best I can. Like, not gonna lie, sometimes my mom, she struggles sometimes too. So recently, literally for like the last 2 weeks, I started buying my own stuff, buying my own food, here and there. I'm the type, of course everyone is different, but I'm the type of person that will literally go to like 3 or 4 different stores just for affordability purposes. Because some stores, first off, some stores actually have items that the other stores don't. Secondly, you can actually get some items for a cheaper price at a different store. I will point that out. So I just try my best to like afford what I can when I can. And it was actually really good recently because I have one of the biggest sweet tooths. But the thing is, I don't need junk food in my life. I don't need, and I've gotten on a coffee kick, which kind of sucks because I'm kind of a little obsessed with making homemade iced coffees. So I need to like try to cut that back. But that's a struggle. Anyway, so that's a story for another time. So like, here's the thing. So like the other day, I really wanted cake, for example. I wanted like cake like from a bakery from a certain store. But I was really good. Hi. Here's my kitty. Hi, buddy. Sorry about him. He was like, I just want to video bomb you real quick. I feel like that's how he was. He was just trying to get my attention. Anyways, sorry about that. Anyways, there was a cake that I wanted to get, but I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And that was really good. And it's called having self-control. So like, there are other methods to that. So it's just like, hey, like, look, like, ask yourself, can I afford this right now? No. Like, that's the thing. There's these new snacks that I absolutely love. They're called Because. It's B'(CUZ). And I don't know if they're 100% vegan, to be honest. I don't think they are. But they are good for vegetarians because the marshmallows in them are vegan, which is really cool because I always look at stuff like that depending on the package that you get. So I get a 5-pack of like different flavors, and they're nice little squared or square-ish granola bites. And they are really good. Only issue is that they're expensive in my area. They're like, they don't seem expensive for 5 small bags, and they are to me. One package comes with 5 small bags, and there's different flavors, and it's like $6. But I'm like, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. So it's just like, it's one of those things. Like, I love them to pieces, but it's like, you want to live on your own one day? Like, if you ever want to own your own place one day, you're gonna have to deal with electricity bills, water bills, and who knows what else when it comes to apartment or condo living. But in terms of owning your own house, not only are you gonna have to deal with electricity bills, water bills, you're also gonna have to deal with either mortgage or property taxes, or pretty much both mortgage and property taxes, and you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of other bills that come with owning your own home. So, and I understand the majority of people like my age, and especially younger, usually start out in apartments and condos because that's exactly what they can afford at the time, for the time being. Like, if you can't afford that, then just work until you can, unless you're going to school. Because I know how, like, I get it, everyone's different, so everyone learns different, everyone's paths are different, everyone, like, some people can work full-time and go to school full-time. I don't get how anyone does that, especially if you want a social life, because no offense, but if you do both, how do you have a social life? Like apart from social life, how do you even sleep? That's my question. How do you sleep and do well? Like, how do you get 2 hours of sleep and do well on tests, for example? Like, that just makes no sense to me. Like, for those who actually get only 2 hours of sleep, for example, for an entire week straight, and say the week after they have an exam, like, how do you actually do well on that exam being so tired? Like, that's the process I don't understand. Like, I value my sleep and I value my social life. So that's just me. I understand everyone's different. So it's just like, but for others, they literally like, if you work full-time and go to school full-time, others literally have no social life. Like, they have friends, but they don't have a social life. They can't really get together with them because they're studying and working. So it's just like, it's hard to have time for that for them. But if you can balance everything, I don't get that. I don't understand that. So I like, because that would just be like, that'd be so stressful. That'd be like overwhelming for me. That's just me personally though. That'd be super overwhelming for me. But yeah, but pretty much I just wanted to make, that comment earlier on that thing. Not comment, but I just wanted to make that, I wanted to give my perspective on that situation. Because the thing is, like, obviously you can't expect someone else to share their food when they buy it with their own money. But the thing is, the teenager, the stepson, can't expect whoever he's living with currently to constantly buy everything for him, especially when it comes to food and say groceries. Like, that's something he should learn how to do on his own. Like, and it said that he, like, I understand de-stressing and stuff. I get that, by like, everyone has different ways of de-stressing. It showed that he played video games. Like, I get that, but that's not as, I feel like that's not quite as important as learning life skills that everyone needs to know and have, in my opinion. Yes, he's responsible for having a job. He's responsible for using his money wisely and not like spending it on stuff he doesn't need, because like I said, I understand the occasional like candies and stuff and things like that. But the thing is, you also have to think like, hey, what would I actually be doing differently if I lived on my own? Like, yeah, like basically, like I said, I don't know their whole family dynamic. I don't know what their relationships are like. I don't know how they interact with one another, but like, pretty much, like, if you get a job, no, seriously, like, if you have a job and if you're good at saving money, and if you really wanted to, you could always just buy some of your own groceries. Like, obviously, not necessarily everything, but like, you could still buy some of them. You don't have to like necessarily buy your own groceries all the time, but once you do live on your own, that's kind of a given. Like, when you live on your own and are by yourself, or even with a roommate, you can't expect your roommate to pay for everything that you need to eat in life, or that you want to eat in life. You have to do that for yourself. And I'm not saying that he's not independent, but that's where like a lot of independence needs to come from. And this includes like teaching teenagers to cook. As long as they're, like, for example, 13-year-olds, if they want to learn how to cook that young, being 13, there has to be adult supervision. With a mature 16-year-old, on the other hand, they should know how to cook as long as they're not on their phone 24/7, because that's just going to be really bad down the line, to be honest. I know a lot of kids are like that, even kids younger than 16, but like, if they're a mature, responsible 16-year-old teen, it's highly unlikely that they would burn the house down. They would be responsible and be more careful and would be more willing to wash the stove depending on what they're cooking. Ooh, actually the best thing, not the best thing, but the easiest thing for some, actually for the younger teens, and even for the older teens too, you can find some good crock pot dishes to cook. And then, so like with crock pot dishes, if you can find 8-hour recipes, those are perfect, but that means they have to be home within those 8 hours. Like, because obviously you don't want to burn the food, and I don't think, hopefully not. I hope crock pots can't burn down houses, but you can, but like, for example, let's say they wake up at 6 a.m. and then the recipe is for exactly 8 hours. That means they would have to leave their work, wherever they work at, they would have to leave their job before 2 p.m. to get home by the 8-hour mark. But definitely follow the instructions no matter what. And you can always improvise here and there for some recipes, but yeah. Especially for the younger teens, even with adult supervision, especially for the 13-year-olds. Anyone under 16, pretty much, in my opinion, should have adult supervision when trying to cook anything. Pretty much, I feel like it's a good life skill for them to learn, but the parents need to learn how to teach them that, or whoever their legal guardian is needs to learn how to teach them that, because it'll help them it'll help teach them independence down the line, I feel like. If they're not already independent on their own, then I know there's like some 10-year-old, there are some like 5 to 10-year-old kids out there that are more independent than teenagers. Some of them are even more independent than adults themselves. So I'm like, it's like, seriously? And then I'm like, yeah, so there's that. I just wanted to like touch on that, to be honest. And so, sorry, I kind of like got into a huge spiel of things. But I really wanted to respond to that because I couldn't respond to it on the actual website that it was from. Because like I said, the post got deleted and the user apparently even got removed from the platform. Because like I said, I was trying to, so pretty much this particular individual also got removed from this particular website. So I couldn't really reach out to them directly, so that's why I'm making this video. Sorry, this has actually gone on a little longer than I expected it to, but I just wanted to touch on that and stuff. Anyways, I know it's been a long time since I last filmed. Like I said, I've been busy. Anyways, peace out. Bye. It takes persistence, dedication, and determination to keep on going.